Hello, Internet, and especially those of you who are using it. Welcome to Ggameknights. Tonight we are having Wildspace. I am your host, Ryan. With me we have our wonderful cast, Savannah, Sean, Barry, and Alex. We're going to get back into the fun in just a little bit, but before we do, we just want to real quickly thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you have a nice little blanket, hot cocoa, a snack, maybe a dessert if you're feeling frisky. And if this is the kind of thing you enjoy doing, sitting and hanging out with us, please keep coming back because we have several games that we run this channel throughout the week. The very next one is tomorrow on Friday, and indeed every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The game is called Neon Souls. It is set in the Sprawl system. It is cyberpunk gloriness is what it is. That's run by Sean, who was in this very game. And Savannah is in it as well, and there are other players who are just wonderful. So please stop by and check us out then, and then check out all our games. But that's in the next one. Let's see. So besides the most immediate announcements on our own channel, did anyone have any announcements of the personal nature that they'd like to set out before we hop in? Personal nature. That was I'm not asking for baby announcements or anything, just general streaming stuff. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, then I guess if there's nothing else right this moment, I think we can just get right back into where we left off last time on Wildspace. The crew of the Arcturus is investigating an old ocelot laboratory known as the Kitchen. This is following some old threads of Vyncent's mysterious past. They've broken into the facility and just begun their investigations and have encountered some grid walkers, which are the Ocelot's enforcement games. You did in your notes. Yes, you did, Alex. But I'm bringing this up for everybody. This is for everyone's benefit, not just people watching. So, also, let's see. In the middle of your investigations, you have uncovered a new experimental arc drive, it seems. But doing so has seemed to get the ire of some mysterious overseer who seems to know who Vyncent is, and a terrible creature has been unleashed on you in response. And that's where we'll jump in. I'll change music to something a little bit more thematic. So, once again, as this creature begins to approach from the darkness down the hallway, Vyncent, a flood of forgotten nightmares rush over you as this darkness approaches. It's a thing of horror, enormous terror with long, bony limbs interwoven with wires and cybernetics, ending in curved black talons. This two enormous, multifaceted red glass orbs glow dimly, set within a twisted metal helmet with a hooking beak-like mask. Sprouting from its sides, from shoulders and back, are sickly black feathers flowering, and splayed behind it, cybernetic amber wings with honed razor edges of a metallic composite. In its hands, a long black crescent blade glowing with red circuitry. And you've seen these red eyes glowing in the dark before, ever lurking over you and the other children in the facility. The white coats here, they told you remember to do as you're told, little ones. Learn your lessons. Follow instructions. Never leave the facility, or else Azrael will eat you. And as it approaches, you may all roll for initiative. I'm not doing the tracker, just so you know. And as we discussed earlier, Barry, you may roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God, my first one was a 4. Okay.
It's a 5 for me.
That's an 8. That
Guys,
somehow
guys,
went fast.
no.
I got 16.
Okay.
I got 22.
All right. So, writing this down real quick. What? I'm sorry. What'd you say again, Sean?
5.
Ooh.
Is that cleric? It's good. Goes last.
That's good for a this is good for a cleric. To be
Yeah,
fair.
I like going last, guys. I like being very softened up and bloody by the time I get to take my turn.
Well, hey, you know what? You can't heal nothing
If it ain't hurt.
If it ain't hurt yet. So, all right. Gwen, you actually get the jump.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna, if it's...
This. I should set a. You can. Yeah, you can run to it. Never mind.
Okay, I do that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Phantom Blade and take off running now that I've finally made it through this dang door that I got stuck behind. And I would love to try to attack it before it gets to everyone else.
All right. You rush out ahead towards this creature.
Well, I rolled a 1 on the first one.
Uh-oh.
Just out the gate. So that's bad. The second one...
Are you still poisoned?
Yeah.
So these are at disadvantage, maybe?
Second one is a dirty 20.
Oof. Your blade hits, but does not seem to penetrate this thing's armor.
Well, don't like that. Oh jeez. I'm going to... Do I have any of these left? I'm catching up. I do. I would like to use my bonus action to do the Blood Curse of Binding.
Okay.
So it has to make a strength saving throw. It's for me.
Okay. Is this a magical thing?
Yeah. I
Okay.
guess. I don't know. Our Blood Curse is magic. It's not a spell.
Curse sounds magic. Is that not magic? What do you all think?
Let me pull up the thing. Part of your...
After asking, I want to say no.
Well, here's the thing. It does say through Hemocraft magic in the ability.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So it gets to roll with advantage. So it rolls... It was strength saving throw?
Yes.
It rolls a 25.
Yeah, that succeeds. I don't think anything happens on a success. Nope. Doesn't. I do nothing the whole time.
So this creature looms over you as you take 2 strikes, one missing completely and kind of throwing you a little bit off balance. You manage to pivot your weight enough to land a very solid strike, but it brings its scythe in between, and your blades and the shaft of it meet, and it holds it for a second, and you look as these 2 kind of unfocused red orbs glance back at you. It pushes you back, and you slide back on your heel with, and it takes a wide swath at you with its scythe. 21?
Yes.
Okay. And it's going to attack you again. 31?
No, actually. Funnily enough.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That's obnoxious. Oh, damn. Okay.
No.
shit. This is 47 slashing and 54 psychic.
Still up, baby.
Damn.
Okay.
That hit hard, really hard. Okay, that's all it can do in its turn, I think, right now. Yes, that's all I can do. And as it takes 2 slashes at you, there's like this these cathodes on the sides of it, like and on its helmet and down its back, begin to hum, and like as it's kind of sending this piercing shriek through your mind. That will take us to Barry, or I mean Milo.
Married person. Okay. I'm gonna run up to it, and if Gwen will accept, I would like to use my little face step spring power on her, so she can teleport 30 feet back towards everyone for healing. Just be like, tag. Is my bonus action.
Gee, okay. I was trying to decide if she would go for that, but
You're on 19 health. You know, get healed, come back in.
that's what I would do. Yeah, okay.
Oh, so that's my face step. Power done. I'm assuming it's a bonus action. It doesn't say. Just quickly double check. Would it be a bonus action? The face step.
I don't know. Is it? I don't know what face step is. Is that a Aladdin thing?
Yeah, face step. Oh yeah, as a bonus action. For some reason, just those first sort of like 4 words and copy over to my level 20.
Gotcha.
And then I'm just going to attack it with the sword 3 times.
All right.
Oh, that's. There's a 20. Oh no, it's a +2. Does a 23 hit?
23 does hit.
Cool. And then the other 2, I'm assuming that's a 30-20 doesn't hit, and then a 15 won't hit.
True. You can use your precision strike in this case, technically, if you wanted to
Is
do
it
that.
holding its scythe, or is it attached to it?
It's holding it.
I'm gonna try and disarm.
Okay.
I'll use that with my hit. And add it to the damage. Okay, so it's got a strength saving throw. Keep hold of the scythe. But damage wise, we bust out a solid 29 slashing.
29 slashing. Well, I'll just say yours is magical.
It's maneuver.
Nice. That's a solid hit. As you do,
Strength
kind of
save.
black-green blood kind of seeps through the wounds. Did you try to
Strength
disarm
saving.
it?
Yeah,
Or-
strength saving throw fire.
It's kind of low for it. 18?
That beats.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look back at everyone and be like, I don't know. Is this an all-out fight? No, wait, this is what happens next turn before I
Okay.
all-out fight.
All right. Cool. Vincent, it is your turn.
Vincent sees this thing appear, kind of stands there for a second, but then shakes it off. I ain't a kid anymore, Azrael. I ain't afraid of you. And I'm going to cast Enervation on it and spend some sorcery points to heighten the spell. So it's going to make a dex save at disadvantage, with which its magic thing should cancel it out to normal roll.
Cool. It's a dex save.
Yes, please.
It rolls 23.
That succeeds. So nothing really happens with this. Because if it... Okay, so on a successful save, it still takes some damage, but the spell ends. So it's going to take this much necrotic damage. 11 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then I regain half that health.
Nice. You do discover that as that necrotic energy passes over it, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay, so I don't recover any health. Alright, well, this thing doesn't like the nasty stuff. Or rather, it doesn't care about it. Can I do anything as a bonus action? Now I'm gonna save my sorcery points. So that is my turn.
Okay. Awesome. So, Rosh, this thing is kind of leering over the band. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to cast an 8th level heal on
You
Gwen.
don't have 8th level spells?
7th level heal, sorry.
Okay.
On Gwen.
Okay. Well.
7th level heal.
Okay.
In my mind, I knew I could cast it one higher than the standard level, and I thought it was 7th. Yeah. Either way, it's 80 hit points to you, Gwen.
Nice.
And I will use my bonus action, because I still have concentration on invested champion, to give her cancel out her disadvantage on her first attack.
Nice.
And that is all I can do.
All right. So Gwen is way in a much better position than she was. And invigorated. It is your turn.
Great, I'm gonna go back to it. Just popping all over the place. Yeah, I'm gonna run back down next to Milo and swing the Phantom Blade. The first one, regular. Please don't be shitty. That's a 26 to hit.
Yes.
On the first one. I'll go ahead and do the second one. Bad. The second one to hit is an 18.
No.
That's okay. Get the... Where's the Phantom Blade? That's 15 slashing damage.
Nice.
I have something else. Nope, that's something else. Jeez. Should have done it first, but then I'll go ahead and do my Crimson Right as a bonus action. And he's gone.
Just say it does a million damage.
So is this an all-out fight, guys? Like, am I action surging this shit?
I mean, we don't have any other way out of here. So, yeah.
Hey.
Sorry. My dog's been having stomach problems, and he got a hold of something that he shouldn't have.
Oh, no.
So, had to take that. Sorry, what happened?
I'm just gonna, as a bonus action, I'm just gonna activate my Crimson Right, and that'll be it. I'll stay where I am.
All right, cool. So, yeah, you slash into it, doing 15 slashing damage. Excellent. By the way, the look on my face right now is one of the DMs like, oh boy. Like, I thought this was okay, but I don't know. But here we go. We'll check this out. So, I think what it's gonna do is going to what can it do?
Surrender.
Yeah, is this an X? Oh, that was legendary action. Can I do one now after Gwen's turn and then start his turn, or is that not how it works?
Are you asking about the rule or for permission? Because if it's for permission, no.
Rule is at the end of a turn, right?
Is that can you only use it only at the end of another
so you can use
okay,
it
I
at
can
the
use
end of
it.
her turn.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that. It's going to vanish from sight in front of before you, Gwen, and get away from you and Milo, and is going to appear behind Rosh, and is going to take 2 attacks.
I'm gonna pose disadvantage on the first one.
Okay.
My reaction.
All right. So, oh god, I rolled really well on the first. It with disadvantage, it's a 30.
Yep. That's...
And then the second one's not as good though. 19.
That hits.
Oh, it does. Okay. So both hit.
What's your AC?
19.
I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to bend luck and make that first one not hit. You know, roll a d4, subtract 2, so now it's a 17 to hit.
Nice. All right. So yeah, just 1 attack hits. It just with kind of like a flurry of feathers, it disappears in front of the frontliners, appears behind Rosh. Rosh, you turn around, kind of instinctively try to flash this radiant energy into its eyes, but it seems to be unfazed and slashes into you. And right as it takes another blow at you, the first one doing 22 slashing, 25 psychic. The second blow, Vyncent, something reaches out with you, and you kind of alter fabric of space, and the blow lands narrowly to the side of Rosh and piercing the floor with this horrible metal screech. That's going to bring us to Milo.
The elevator's looking awfully nice, but I did risk my life resurrecting Space Jesus, and I'm not gonna let this thing kill it. So I'm going back in. A lot of running being done.
I've got a real quick
the
question.
Ceiling.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you can ask your question.
The total damage I took was 47. Is that rounded down for the purposes of a
I round down for
check?
players, yeah.
Okay, so I maintain concentration. Cool.
Awesome.
How tall is this building? Like this hallway room?
Right now, you're kind of like half in a hallway, half in a laboratory. The laboratory where the engine plans you found are. So the laboratory is a little bit more open. The hallway is roughly 15 feet wide and maybe that much, maybe 10 feet tall or 15, something like that, in a chevron shape.
Worst case, I should be able to stay out of its range if needed, but for now, I'm just gonna run at it and just attack it with my sword 3 times.
All right.
I'm gonna roll the dice separately because rolling all 3 at once results in a terrible number. Yep, the first one I rolled was a 3, so that die's gone. The second attack is a 3, so that die's gone. Third attack is a 19, so that's a 31.
Yep.
That's nearly a 1 hit. For 13 slashing.
Well done.
That's bonus action. Shoot my pistol into it. For what's that? 22.
22 hits.
For and 16 radiant damage.
All right. It seems to absorb some of it, but you do damage.
Okay. And then I'll action surge and start swinging away again, which is, I rolled a 2 on that one. That's 15 plus 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah. 26.
For 14 slashing, and my last attack is 23.
23 hits.
For 12 slashing.
12 slashing. Nicely done.
And it just looked like Milo was just dancing around him. It was all fluid.
All right.
It looked really pretty.
All right, and as you do that, it's going to this probably won't work, but it's going to do it. It's going to with this kind of glowing heat from its eyes, like a bright flash emits from it. Needs you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, joy!
Yeah.
I'm good at these.
You're good at these, so I don't know if you can even fail this, but we'll see.
I'm going to use one of my Indomitable as I roll the 1. My dice hate me today.
So you rolled a...
So I use my Indomitable to reroll. Is that how it works?
Okay. I did, sure.
Cool, and I got a 21 that time.
Okay, yep. That's good. You this like light like blasts in your eyes, and it dazzles you for a moment, but you quickly kind of get your bearings just as like a scythe goes over your head, and you duck underneath it and roll out of the way just in time. Excellent. So
This scares me.
let's bring this to Vyncent.
Right, well, let's try the other side of the coin. I'm gonna try and line it up so that I'm not hitting either of my friends that are right next to it. Maybe flying up or moving around if I have to. I'm gonna try and blast it with a sunbeam.
Ooh, nice.
So, needs to make a Constitution saving throw as I shoot out a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line from my hand.
Nice. So it's going to... Yep, it rolled turd. It's 16.
That fails, so it's going to take 68 radiant damage and is blinded until my next turn.
68 radiant damage.
So that's 30.
All right. So wait. Oh, sorry.
6d8.
Yep, got it.
Yep.
30. So it does take half of that because of its resistance.
Mhm.
But yeah, are there any other effects of Sunbeam?
It's blinded because it failed the save.
Okay. This thing does seem to be immune to that condition.
Cool.
Actually, well, technically it's not. But it has true sight. I'll just say it.
Okay, I'm not sure what blinded does for true sight.
I don't know, actually. I don't.
Because it still has to use its eyes, or I don't know enough about true sight.
That's a good question. Okay, well, according to RPG Stack Exchange, you can blind something with true sight. Okay, cool. So you blind it. Well, I'm not going to look into that further. We'll just go with it. I guess if it couldn't be, they would list that under condition immunities. So, so it is blinded. Excellent. And it is saving throw on the end of its turn or something like that.
I think it's just blinded until my next turn.
Until your next turn. Okay.
Here, I'll go ahead and click it. Nope, I wanted the spell card.
It rolled an 8 and a 1 for its Constitution saving throw. It's got a +8. So.
Okay, there we go. So it's blinded until your next turn.
Cool.
And then I can shoot another line as an action each turn.
Well,
for
that's
a minute.
That's real handy. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Uh,
If it saves on a save, it's not blinded.
So, very cool. That's going to wait. Was that any bonus actions you have?
No, because I need to conserve sorcery points.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's it.
So you kind of blast this sunbeam energy, and you see like these like kind of orbs, like the big red eyes on the side of its helmet. They almost superheat under the intense glare, and a noticeable crack splits one in half, like goes up through it, and it seems to, with a horrible kind of grunt, staggers a little bit, like holding its helmet. That's going to bring us to Rosh.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I got another quick turn. I'm going to reach out towards Gwen, and I am going to cast Surprise Blessing, and choose to remove her poisoned for the next 10 minutes. And after the 10 minutes, it is. I guess, is she out of range for me? Do I need to hold my action to do that?
Ran away, and then it teleported.
Where? Sorry. What were you casting again? I'm sorry.
What's the
range
cast,
of it?
It's touch. So
Touch?
if Gwen moved far enough
I'm
away,
down
then
the
I
hall
will
from
just.
Yeah, you can run away. Because it's blinded, I think you can get away without.
Oh right, yeah,
taking an
because it
attack
can't
of
see me.
opportunity.
Good point. Yeah, I will move away from it then towards Gwen. Put a hand on her shoulder and surprise.
I'm surprised.
I'm not going to actually roll this, but like for flavor, it swings at its side wildly, just like around as you kind of move away from it. Milo, you kind of duck out of the way, and the scythe like carves right through one of the laboratory's work tables, like slicing it in half as it kind of clatters and sending papers and data pads flying. Sorry, go ahead, Rosh.
Okay, so Surprise Blessing, you gain, so poison's gone after the 10 minutes. Rosh will be poisoned instead. And then I'll read the spell to confirm what happens after. It doesn't matter right now. You gain 2d6 hit points at the start of your next turn, and immunity to poison damage, poison condition.
Sweet. What a dope spell.
Yeah, it's super helpful. It's so that's my action, and then bonus action will also once again give an encouragement with the invested champion. With my bonus action to give the advantage on your next attack, and we'll stay where I'm at.
Excellent. That's once again queuing up Gwen. It's your turn.
I run back down the hallway to the other side, and I'm gonna try to attack it again. First, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I think I do this once per day. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite, and then I'm gonna try to hit it. Do you roll 2d6 or do I roll 2d6?
I'll roll it.
Okay. Then if it's bad, I can blame you.
I think your first attack is at advantage. Actually, all attacks will have advantage.
Oh yeah, because it's blinded.
Oh, dope.
That's 7 healing to you.
Thanks. What a turnaround. That is a 30 to hit on the first one.
Yep.
And a 24 to hit on the second one. Just gonna click these buttons. That's these two, and these two, and this one. So that's 44. That's 55 damage total. 5 of that's radiant.
Okay. Radiant. is only going to be 3.
Oh, geez, that's 53 total. And then for Branding Smite, we're just gonna double down on making everything light, I guess. But so it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius. It becomes visible, and it can't become invisible.
Oh, really?
Until the spell ends.
Well, that's very useful for what I was going to do.
Until I'm not concentrating on the spell anymore, which will probably be in just a second.
Yeah, well, interesting. Because it was definitely gonna do that, but it can't. Does it?
If it's blind, does it know that it can't turn invisible?
Because it can't see itself.
That's a great question. I'll do. Well, and I won't do this. Talk to myself. We'll do this intelligence saving throw. What is your? Do you have a DC, Gwen?
Yes. My save is 17.
All right. So I'm not, and this won't be an advantage, but just like whatever the first one is. Okay. So it rolled a 24. Yeah. So, but that is very fun. So instead of that, do I have to see to do this? No. Cool. So.
Oh wait.
Yep.
It's.
Sorry.
It's one more d6, I think. Let me see if I did it right. It's one more because I have 3rd level spells now. It's 1 more radiant damage. Did I roll a 2?
Ouch.
I rolled 2. Okay.
How do you want to do this?
It could have had 1. I gotta fix my macro.
It's going to start whirling around its scythe. And kind of creating patterns in it, and in a crisscross throughout the room and the hallway, the metal structure of the laboratory in the hallway is going to, like, the plates are going to get ripped up and out and start.
Is this a spell of some kind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to counter spell it.
Okay.
We'll do it I gotta remember if this is one where it helps to. No, because I'm just gonna do it at 3rd level, so I have to roll for it, I think. Or no, it makes the ability check. It is casting the spell of 4th. Oh no, I make the ability check. Okay.
Okay.
So, using my spell casting ability. That's going to be. Do I use my spell attack bonus or just my modifier?
It's just your modifier.
Okay, well that's still a 21.
So what is, how
the
does
DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
okay, yeah. You cancel this thing. Very cool. And let's see, can I do anything else? Nope.
There goes my reaction, so no bending luck.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
That's okay. I don't want it to do whatever it was about to do.
It's like all these pieces of like metal shards begin to like kind of peel up from the floor, and then like Vyncent reaches out, and just as the spell is being woven, you're like cutting the arcane strings, and everything just kind of clatters back onto the ground. Very cool. That's going to actually, you know what? It has a bonus action, so that I forgot about. So it's going to just kidding, you have to see to do that. All right, continue. That's going to bring us to Barry.
He's chilling in
Really
hell,
cool.
down under.
Okay, so this guy's blind, so I get an advantage in my attacks, right?
Yep.
Woohoo! Okay, first attack is a 24.
Yep.
Second attack is a 21.
Yep.
Third attack is an 18.
No.
Okay, so first attack is 12 slashing.
Excellent.
Second attack is 20 slashing. Bonus action, shoot it in its stupid face, which is a 29.
Hits.
And that is 15 radiant.
All right. Oh boy. All right, cool. Excellent.
That's me.
Well done. That's very, very good.
I do one thing, and that's attack.
And yep. Okay, that's going to bring us to Vincent. This thing is hurting, bleeding quite a bit.
Yeah. So I guess it becomes unblinded. It just says until my next turn. I'm assuming that's at the start of my turn.
Yeah.
But so as its vision clears, Vincent will again be flying up, hand outstretched towards it. I told you, I ain't scared of you anymore, Azrael. And I'm gonna sunbeam it again. So another dex save or con save, please.
Alrighty.
That's a lot of ones that I rolled there.
This one's 23.
So that succeeds. It's going to take half of this and then reduced and isn't blinded. So that's 17. So to like 8 and then to like 4.
Okay.
So I ping it.
It helps.
Yeah.
That blind was very good though. Very, very good.
Yep.
That changed the course of everything.
Yep.
Very cool.
I will. I'm already like 60 feet away from it, but I'm just gonna fly, to another part of the room so that if it wants to come after me, it has to leave my friends alone.
Okay.
So I will fly down a little bit so that the ground folks can get to it.
Okay. It takes your cue. It teleports right in front of you.
Yeah.
As a legendary. Cool. That will bring us to Rosh.
Okay. Do something a little more exciting this turn. When Gwen hit it with the fire, did that hurt it? It was.
Yeah, it seemed to hurt it.
Okay. I am going to bonus action again, invest the champion so I don't forget that. And then I'm going to cast a 4th level Scorching Ray.
All right.
So that'll be 3, 4, 5 attacks. And I'm just going to pop those off. Why are you not? Oh, there it is. 1, 2.
Yes. No.
3.
No.
4.
No.
Wow, it's getting worse. No. Holy crap. How did that happen?
You did hit it once.
Yeah. Plus 10. Okay. Well, that's 12 points of fire damage.
It's important, though. That's an important 12.
How the hell?
That's how I
okay.
felt in the first round. Remember that time I just stood there and swung a lot and did nothing?
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
It looked good doing it, okay?
I was too concerned with not hitting Vincent and whiffed badly.
Damn it, Vincent.
At the group of the 3 of you together, it's going to after Rosh goes. Is that it? Did you have a bonus?
I used my bonus already.
Oh, you
yeah.
Okay. I need you, the 3 of you, to do a dexterity saving throw. Not Vincent, who has split himself up.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Not a spell?
It is. It's not technically a spell, but what gift do you? Or is it like a?
I have a spell I can do as a reaction to give myself advantage on the saving throw for us if somebody casts a spell. It's called Anticipate Arcana.
It emits a magical like energy.
Yeah, I think it's specifically a reaction when an enemy you can see casts a spell.
Gotcha.
So
it technically isn't spell, but I don't care. That's fine. You can use it.
Okay.
It's spellish.
I used my second charge of Indomitable.
Sorry, what? I'm sorry.
I used my second charge of Indomitable, so I get an 18 over.
Okay, the target is 23.
Oh,
Well, there's no way I can succeed on this.
29.
Dexterity, you said?
Yes.
16.
Excellent. So I'm gonna roll this real quick. I don't make the macro for it.
ready to die together?
You'll be fine. It's not that bad.
He says, lying.
No, this isn't a lie. This is true. This is half as much for Gwen, the other two of you. It'll be half for Rosh for reasons you'll find out. As a blast of this fire grenade with like a laser fire grenade lands at your feet. Gwen, you manage to duck behind a table as this explosion goes off. 11 points of fire damage and 12 points of radiant damage, which I believe Rosh is resistant to both of those.
Yes, I'm resistant to both of those.
So
11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm below triple digits. My life's over.
Sorry, what?
I'm below triple digits. I'm a goner.
Uh-oh.
11 and 12 was with that's the half, right?
No. 11 and 12 is the full damage, so half of it.
Oh, okay. So
It doesn't hit that
11.
hard.
WK range. BWK.
But it's I guess it's a legendary action, so it's free. Okay, so that brings us to Gwen.
I would like to stab it again, please.
Yes, you may.
Am I gonna... What damage do you do? Oh, nope. Necrotic. Just not even gonna worry about it. I just would like to swing at it twice, please.
Okay.
That's a 22 on the first one and a 22 on the second one.
Those both hit.
Thanks for rolling the same thing.
That's so much damage.
Jeez. That's 36, and then I think. Oh god, I lost all ability to do math. 19. 29. Yeah, 36 slashing damage, and then 11 fire damage.
All right. So, do you carve in this thing? It is staggers. Actually, I guess it's flying a little bit in the air, like just above the ground. But you kind of from after the grenade goes off and you jump up from behind the table, you kind of like bound from table to table and leap up into the air and slash at it twice in the back, carving through these like wings that are like splayed out on its back. And as you do, your blade also like hits a lot of these like kind of crackling cathodes that are like sticking out in its back, sending a lot of pain, lots of pain in it. It is on its last legs. So what it's going to do is it's going to, for its turn, it's going to reach out to Vyncent, and it's going to roll a melee attack. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, 22 does hit.
Alrighty. As these like talons like circle around, like its massive hands, like some of them grab around your throat and one like underneath your armpit and kind of like pinch you. You take 8 points of piercing damage and 23 psychic damage. And as the talons like grab into you. This close to it, you see crawling across its skin millions of nanobots as they begin to try to crawl within your wounds. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, gonna go ahead and Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on that.
Good call.
Dirty 20.
You succeed. You kind of pull and wrench yourself free of its grip. You fall kind of down to the ground, and the not enough nanobots seem to have gotten into your wound to do what they were going to do.
I want to use my reaction to hit it since it hit Vincent.
Okay, sure.
I have Sentinel, that's a 18 plus. That's a 29 to hit.
That does hit.
I maintain concentration on Sunbeam with a 23 concentration check.
That was the wrong one.
This is a how you want to do this sort of thing, Gwendolyn.
Yay, that's 18 plus something. Damages. Yeah, I guess as it goes to get Vincent, I'm just going to swing around for a third attack and just kind of take both hands on the Phantom Blade and just like drive it right into its back since it's not looking at me.
As you do this, kind of a piercing whine that emits throughout, like the cybernetics all woven in throughout this creature. It shudders and leaning to the side thing as you kind of twist the blade, severing something important. Its head kind of droops to the side and it slides off of your blade and clatters on the ground in a massive heap right before you, Vincent. And you all have survived. Well done.
Vincent's still going to spend the next few seconds just immolating it with Sunbeam.
Very good. Excellent. So, Vincent is just flooding this thing with radiant energy, like burning off pieces of it. What do you do? Congratulations.
I just let him do it.
They use this thing. They use this thing as a bogeyman to keep the kids in line.
So it's a babysitter.
More like it'll eat you if you misbehave.
A babysitter.
Are there more of them?
I think this was the only one. So unless they made more since I got out of here.
Good. Well, hit hard. Should we take a moment to... I can heal some of us, those of us that are looking back, which is all of us at this point, before we move further in.
Can you do it quickly?
I can do it quickly, I can do it efficiently.
How long would the efficiently way take?
10 minutes.
We might be able to give that because there's just the one doorway into this room now, right?
Right.
And I mean, we already took care of some of the grid walkers. So, someone keeps an eye on the hallway. Two of us keep scavenging what we can, and you do your thing.
All right. Keep an eye on the hallway. Is this the room which had that little portable little jump drive thing?
Yeah.
Do we want to try and work out how we can borrow?
Or at least find schematics for it.
Unless we're planning on getting out of here very soon, because I can get us back to the ship instantaneously, but if we're going to be exploring further, then I think I need to patch some of you up.
Yes, if we're gonna go find whoever's voice we're hearing. I'll help you look around, Vincent.
Can I just take the scythe? That looked cool. Or is that melted in the sunbeam?
I thought you were gonna say that it just like did like the 3D model just kind of like dematerialized like now that the enemy's gone. Yeah, you can I don't think that's destroyed. It's huge. This I don't know if I mentioned how big this thing was. But it was
a trophy.
But yeah, it is probably the blade itself is probably I think as long as you are tall, maybe. And you know the staff part of it twice that. So it's gonna be clunky to carry it around, but you can.
Well, if we're going back here and fast traveling back to the spaceship from here, I'll leave it in the Milo trophy.
I mean, if we can, we should take this thing out, but I'm more concerned that we may need to, if we can't do that, we should destroy it before we leave. But yeah, let's see what we can find.
10 minutes. No more.
I'll keep what's ready to shoot anything that moves.
Anything? No.
Yes.
Curse your
So move
sudden
around
but
the room,
inevitable
everyone.
betrayal.
Look with your eyes.
Okay. If we do 11 minutes, actually, I can do a prayer of healing. I can do a prayer of resolve. So I can give everybody healing and temporary hit points, or I can just do the healing.
Okay, we can do 11 minutes, but I'm gonna be real cranky during that last minute. Okay, 60 seconds of real crankiness.
That's cool.
I'm just trying to keep y'all from dying, okay?
Yeah.
I've got one job on this ship.
Maybe do the 1 minute temp HP first in case it gets interrupted.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Unless it only lasts 10 minutes, then I would.
No, it's temporary hit points, so it lasts. No, it lasts for an. Actually, this one says an hour.
Oh.
But it's a second level spell, so it's not like a huge thing. I don't know.
The half of the
I'll just do.
down on the ground.
I'm just gonna do the prayer of healing. We'll just do that.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna do prayer of healing at 4th level. See if I get screwed. All right, that's not too bad. It's 25 to everyone.
Puts me back in triple digits. So...
That's good.
Triple digits were really important in that last fight.
Yeah. I got down to 19, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah, the thing that Vincent got, if you have less than 100 HP and fail a certain con save, that's insta death.
BWK, everyone. I'm also gonna second win just to see if I can get up to max. I don't like being weak.
Jeez. I'm looking at all these like health bars go.
It was a real whiplash that time. Between that and just like sprinting up and down the hallway.
Yeah.
Like doing the beat test, but worse because you get hit when you get to one end.
All right.
I'm gonna help Vincent search around.
Or maybe I'll help you. I don't know what your investigation modifier is.
It's a +9.
Yeah, I only have +2, so I'll give you advantage.
I look around the room.
All right.
I'll point out where the important stuff probably is.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you look around the room. It's kind of a wreck after the melee. So it makes it a little hard to find maybe everything, but you managed to find a few working data pads. Most crucially, you're able to find the actual schematics and got it in basically a thumb drive, which you can bring with you. And with the 19, I'll say that you also managed to find a couple of component parts of this engine. They're not particularly like difficult to make, but like the the materials used in it are a little bit rarer elements, and that's going to save you some time and money in reconstructing this thing. You don't have everything you need, but you do have a little bit of a head start.
Cool. I'll just be passing stuff to Vincent, assuming he knows what to do with it, because I don't.
Alright, and then these would go together like this, and does the mysterious voice come back on at any point during all this time?
It mysteriously does not.
A mystery.
Also, after the 10 minutes,
mystery voice?
I get poisoned.
Ew, that's right.
What does Rosh sick look like?
I'd have to just imagine it's just like, because they've got like sort of the crystal skin right now, it just gets like cloudy.
Okay. Maybe just like, just some condensation coming out of your nose or something like that.
Yeah.
Just imagine a sniffly Rosh. I don't know why that's really funny. Although I don't think that would make that sound. Anyway, you get it.
His hair is not as luscious, it's a little bit thin.
Yeah.
A little bit of molten lava trickles out of your nose.
Yeah. Just starts to stand up after casting the spell, and then kind of like falls into like a table and kind of leans on it for a second.
You alright?
Keeps going. Yeah, no, not entirely. I think whatever you were suffering from, I'm dealing with it now.
We talked about this.
What? It's more important for you. Run up ahead and hit things with your sword. I'll be fine.
We should get moving.
Probably all in your mind. Like, you saw Gwen was sick, and you're like, hopefully you don't get that, and now you're just bringing on the symptoms yourself. Okay.
Let's go with that. Positive energy.
So, where are you headed?
Is there only one direction?
I'm trying to remember what else we knew about the layout.
I know we went to the ground floor. We dodged some turrets. Well, some of us dodged some turrets. Then we went left to the lab.
Yeah.
And the other direction is probably going to lead to the bottom of the opening with the giant skeleton with all the little robot people walking around.
Just trying to... I thought I'd taken down what the sign said for going that way.
Yeah, I could just tell you. There
Yeah.
are signs. So you know that there's a tank room, and you also know that like what Barry just mentioned, there also is a way to enter into the center chamber, which it's just known as the site.
The voice had said something about the tanks. I'm trying to remember what they said. It's 2 weeks ago.
We've been here for so long.
It's been like 30 minutes we've been in this place. Is time different for wild magic sorcerers? Like,
It depends on what I surge. So yeah, there are vat rooms on this floor as well. So I think as we finish up in here, I do want to keep exploring, but if we think we can get back, and Rosh, would you be able to get this engine out of here with your spell, or can you only take us?
That's a good question. Let me see. Where to recall? Just says willing creatures.
it's probably what we're carrying as well, so if someone's carrying it.
I guess it depends on, is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes.
You have a bag?
So did I say there was a working unit in there last time, or did I say was it a hologram? Because I think I could be misremembering what I said.
I thought you had said there was an actual thing there.
Okay. Well, we can go with that. Well, yeah. Okay. So if you want to get the actual thing, it's pretty big. It's large. The 5 of you would not, I've counted myself in that. The 4 of you would not be able to cancel.
Why would you not help us?
I don't know.
So, this might be a bit unorthodox, but I might be able to get it out of here when it's time to go if we don't have to make super hasty retreat.
All right.
Please
Do
explain.
I need to save my energies for that?
No, I've still got the energy for it. I would animate this thing and make it walk out with us.
Oh, okay.
I love that. Please
So
do
at that point, it would be a creature, though, so I could use my spell.
That's
to
also
get us
true.
all out. Okay.
Each target animates and becomes a creature under your control until the spell ends. So
These weird things are the main thing that I like about D&D. Those super weird how mechanics go together in weird ways.
No, that'd be
People
perfect.
these
Okay, so
days-
Yeah, I was asking that because I have the spell that I have spell slot I have to cast it, the 6th level spell. I only have one, so I will save that. It's my last option. Means no more heals. Capital H heals.
Gonna look at Gwen and be like, "Can you do anything fancy like what they're talking about?"
I mean, not unless it involves swords.
Yeah, well, if it involves swords, I think we could beat them easily. Look at them.
It's kind of my whole thing.
Gwen, I probably should have described this earlier, but it doesn't really matter. Gwen, have you sheathed your Phantom Blade yet, or are you still holding it?
No, I think I'm probably still holding it.
Okay. There's like a sort of a distinct vapor that seems to kind of rise up, or that is like kind of swirling around the blade, and just kind of like gradually just is drawn into it.
I don't address it unless
pretty
anyone
close.
else does.
Oh, I'm standing on. That's a pretty cool sword. Does
Thanks.
it always do the smoky thing?
Yeah. Well, recently.
Recently, as in like now, recent, or it's done previously recent.
I mean, all due respect to Gwen and her cool swords, but I would kind of like to check out the other stuff in this place where I was made.
We should probably keep moving.
They don't understand swords. It's fine.
But I would like to know more about it as well.
Me too, but not right this minute, maybe.
Okay, I don't see how that's anyone's business but mine.
I just like swords. Well, it's trying to bond, but hey, if you don't want it, it's cool. I guess I am just hired.
Great.
Oh.
You know what? We can talk all about swords in our friendship when we're not here anymore. That applies to all of you.
Swords and friendship for later.
Where are we going to then? Are we going to the vat room or are we going to the site?
The vat room first is where Vincent would head.
Unless
All
it's
right.
the other side of the site, then side. Or we just walk straight past.
I'll make this a quantum hallway, and I'll make the site the third stop.
Okay.
So, yeah, the fat room is next. All right, excellent. So, leading the way, Vincent, you guide the troop down the hallway. All of the lights are kind of out at the moment. There's some like a little bit of lighting from these severed wires that are spitting sparks throughout the hallway, kind of giving a very ominous feeling as you kind of like walk back through the path that Azrael had taken to meet you all. And then you see there's a certain point where you kind of reaches like this large circular what's the word for it, not valve, but like a doorway that, like in Alien Isolation, those little like those like kind of aperture doors that kind of like close in like that. Like I don't know what the name for that is, but there seems to be a large kind of tunnel system that Azrael was using to kind of get to any floor that they wanted to. That you could, essentially, if you were to open it up, it would just be an empty shaft that goes up the whole way. So not super useful, or less so than the elevator anyway. But it's there. You see it. You continue on, and arrive at the vat room, and inside there are about a dozen tanks in a familiar color of that kind of green translucent fluid, Vincent, that you sort of remember looking through in your memory. And you see in two distinct stages of development. Other SMR that have a fairly similar look to yourself. They're not all male, but they're basically twins. View. Lots of different twins. So there are a few toddlers, like kind of toddler aged, and there's a few maybe young preteen aged, and they seem to be unconscious at the moment, suspended in this fluid with these masks over their faces that seem to be giving them oxygen.
Kind of suspect we might find something like this, but I gotta admit, once I got here and I'm not sure what to do.
Should we be trying to let them out?
Well, the alternative is not as nice, so...
I guess we try and, let them out maybe just one at a time. I mean, I don't think I was ever, not myself, but, maybe I just worry if they've got some kind of, programming put into them or something by Ocelot.
Well, they are children.
There must be a computer here or something that explains how this works. We find that before we go hitting buttons.
Yeah.
And who's gonna look after them when they're out? Because the toddlers would need care.
If you can stand having them on the ship, we can take them to my people.
Chamacha Mandir, maybe.
Also
That's
there.
fine. It's like if we're going in a dangerous situation. Ow.
Well, if we're letting them out, we're not leaving them here. So we have two good options.
Also, if we let them out and we're taking them with us, we're leaving the old-fashioned way. We need to take the lift and deal with Ocelot forces on our way out.
Do you have to go with them with the sanctuary, or can you just send them with your spell?
No. I would have to go as well.
And it can only be 5 other features.
And done it.
So can
How
you
many
take...
were there again? Of the...
I said a dozen, but let's actually roll for it. They don't all have to Let's do. Vincent is gonna roll 3d4.
Okay. Where are my d4s? Why do they hide so well? There they are.
Little pointy
You can
bastards.
step on them.
Okay, that is a 2, a 2, and a 4, so 8.
Okay.
That's a lot of them still.
I mean, I could take the younger ones out, but that would leave all of you to getting out of here by yourselves.
Oh, does it take time?
No, I can do it immediately.
Oh, so worst case, you can get young ones out. Trouble if it gets.
Worst case, I could get 5 of them out immediately, and
We could take the rest.
we should still find a terminal first to make sure that they'd be viable to take out of here. There might be some sort of medical complications.
But I think that's our only option. Because if we're
I just
going
mean
to
if we're
dispatch whoever is in charge of this place, if we leave them here, they'll die.
No, I was saying whether we can take them out like this, or if we're going to have to come back with people that can remove the tanks themselves.
Okay. Computers then. It's always computers.
Never something we can just fix with a sword.
So,
Thank you.
who is going to search the computers? I'll let you roll with advantage because you have the whole party helping you, basically.
Not me. We've determined I am
It's
not good with technology. The voice in
Good.
the air is
What are
just
we?
gonna be Int Arcana, which is our stand-in for tech stuff.
Got a +7 to that?
It's better than mine.
Okay.
0.
It's like a one I don't have
track something
proficiency
in the
in.
wild. I'm it. I
Huh?
can track something. I got it.
That's still only a 15.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. So we will resolve that roll after our break. How does that sound? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back shortly, and we'll continue this episode and find out what to do with all these children. And it is just it's like a sitcom episode, sort of. Anyway, we'll be back soon. Thanks for joining. We'll be back. Bye bye. Hello again, people and the internet, and those of you who are here. Hi, welcome. We're gonna continue the story now. Part 2 of part 3 of Wildspace. Let's see. The gang is looking at the computer systems in the vat room, where there are 8 little Vincents and Vincentinas. Vincent rolled a 15 to investigate the computer. So there's probably a more dramatic way for me to do this, reveal this information. But I'm not going to struggle with it. I'm just going to say. So, Vincent, as you're kind of going through, you're looking over files, and as you see some of these names, some of your memories like it's jogged by this a little bit. These, if they're still running this like the last time that you were here, then and compared to what you can tell in the notes, all of these individuals have probably been going through a bit of conditioning via an apparatus that what is called Good Think. And it begins over time molds the mind into following orders from a very specific group of people, that sort of thing. As you're looking at, actually, as you're in the, let me open up these notes a little bit. My notes are a little bit like your memories, Vincent. Fragmented and all over the place. So forgive me as I go through these things. So I'm actually just going to read the stuff because this happens in the tank in the vat room. You have one memory where you remember one of your tank mates. She was from the same generation as you. Nova. You remember one time when you both were like, putting on your tank suit, getting ready to dip back in to regeneration. She told, I'm gonna do the voice. I don't want to do the voice, but I will. Say, Vinny, I have a secret. Like, you're in trouble.
Am I in trouble?
The codes are mad about your magic. They're going to recycle you.
I want to be recycled.
I don't want you to get recycled either.
This memory fades as while you're having this conversation with her, you notice overhearing you working on something behind the vat is the glassmaker. So what information do I still need to give you from this? You know that the individuals in the tanks likely have undergone some conditioning, probably at different degrees. They're certainly not done yet, but they might be a little unruly if you were to wake them and get them out of the vats. You also know that while they're in there, they're going to be unconscious and remain that way, from what you can read in this terminal and from what you remember. And third, actually, no, that's nothing new. And I don't know if we said it on stream. No, we didn't say it on stream. These things are all roughly medium-sized. If that has any importance with any spells that you all can cast, all the vats are.
I think we should be able to get them out of here, but they might need a little bit of wrangling if I can't talk sense into them.
And you adjust the mind influencing program.
I don't think it's gonna be something we can do that quickly.
Because my only fear is if they listen to that voice in the sky, which just appears every so often, that if that voice says, kill these guys, they're just gonna turn on us, and I'm not Anakin.
I might have something that can deal with that. Keep them from hearing.
And so what, these are like teenagers and toddlers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Preteens and toddlers, yeah.
So yeah, unruly is just a natural thing. That was already on the table before we found that out. Just straight up, get your travel buddy, travel in pairs, and everyone's assigned to one leader, okay?
I remember myself as a teenager.
I don't remember.
I was very well behaved.
I ran off and joined an order of monster fighters and became a werewolf for a while. It's fine, really.
Can we tell based on what you found in the systems? Are they armed to the teeth, waiting for us to come out? Do we know if there's any security alerts going through the facility?
I was, mostly just checking this room, but I can look to see if there's, it's connected to the facility system. And I try and do that.
We could ask over the radio, right? Didn't we steal Vegeta's radio?
You do have a radio.
Have we heard any reports?
I'm imagining a little like 3PO, like it looks like a little tiny microphone, like those little things. It has been also silent. You can try talking to them though, through it. But they apparently are not using it anymore.
They likely know that you've taken theirs, so.
Like attached to their ears, so like if we did a high frequency thing, it would be like, I don't know how this stuff works. Can we scream into it and hurt people?
I don't think so.
I will try and use the lab's computer to see if it's connected to the facility as a whole, see if there's any way to tell what's going on above this floor.
You try to get access in it, and you are cut off. Like you can tell, like there are like all these different computer systems are on an air gap, and they're all like an internal network, and whatever if there was a network connection between this floor and the others, that's been severed.
Can you get a layout of that computer so we know what's on the floors we skipped? Guess one's like comms room or security office. They would probably be good ones to go to. Armory is also another good one. I like those rooms.
I don't know if this place had much in the way of an armory, or if it did. I certainly never saw it, but I guess the main question is, have they mustered their forces, by the main exit? Have they, if so, are the lifts still operating, or are they just waiting for us to take them up? If that's the case, are we going to have to maybe use the tunnels that Azrael used to get around and somehow get all these kids out? We also still got to find Tail Team 6. Not sure where they might be being held, if they're still alive.
Then there's that guy which keeps talking to you.
I'm not sure if I should be hopeful or not, but the fact that they've been silent and the radio's been silent, they may have decided to abandon the facility, just cut their losses.
It sounds to me that maybe, just putting it out there, the best plan, if we're going to try to rescue all of them, would be for us to leave, have a chance to recover, and then come at the facility from the front, see what the situation is up top. If they've abandoned it, then we'll come right back down here, clear them, rescue everyone, and get out. But if they're waiting for us up top to come back up, we don't want to come back up that way.
Can we communicate with, I'm terrible at remembering names, the little fella on the ship?
Help?
I want to protect him with my life. Not help. Help does nothing to me. He doesn't even talk to me.
Drew.
Drew. Yes, I'm protecting Drew with my life. Can we communicate with Drew?
Please hold. I have to deal with the spider in my face. Nope, it's going back up.
Yeah, you could try to get in contact with Drew.
Just to see if he's seen any ships leaving.
I will, unless you use like magic or something. Radio frequencies can be intercepted, and that's common knowledge that you all have. So
I'm just spitballing ideas.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good.
You're
Good
the
to know
tech
what's going
people.
up on the surface. It's a good idea. Also to know that he's still alive. That'd be good.
He better be.
When did you bond with Drew? Why do I not remember this? I'm for it.
I've
I
been
just
traveling
don't...
with you guys for a couple of months. I thought I'd pick someone to bond with, and Drew he seems nervous, and he seems...
I'm all for it. Cool. We'll play that out when we get there. I was just making sure I didn't forget something.
I don't have any means of magically communicating with him right now. So we would be putting ourselves at risk of alerting them to our plan.
And him, too. Can't have that.
So, right.
Well, your call. That way it's a vote. It's an odd number of people voting. I abstain.
Well, Vincent, what do you want to do?
I really don't want to leave these kids alone in case they, come back and do something to them, but you're right in that I don't know that we have the strength to bust our way out right now.
If we take the children out now, we're leaving now. Regardless of whether or not we come back and deal with whatever else is here.
No, right. It's just a matter if we leave and come back, leave as in go back to the ship and approach the base from a different angle and see what sort of resistance, because they're not going to be able to come back the way that we came in.
Oh, I could carry... If they're out of the tube thing, I could just fly them up, back, down. With my little jetpack booties. It's just going to be really cold for them.
There's no greater CR than moving a few things from one place to another.
Yeah.
In D&D. It's like the greatest CR.
Is this all we're looking to explore in the facility, though, where we're at right now? Is there anything further that we need to look at?
As Vincent said, SEAL team, TAL team 6, not SEAL team.
That's lowest on the priority list at this point.
Okay, cool. Didn't even know him anyway. Wasn't attached.
We can take the children now and we can leave. We can
Sabotage their engine thingy.
We can try to deal with whoever this is over the intercom, not knowing what we're getting into and leaving the children alone. I don't think leaving now and coming back for them is a good option. They'll know we come back regardless of which direction we come from. They know where we are anyway.
And as this is going on, the lights start going out. Throughout this level, all the lights just start going out. It's the tanks seem to have their own batteries attached to them, so those aren't in danger at the moment. But the terminal goes black that you're looking at.
I cast light.
That's it. Vincent, make a decision now or I will.
All right. I think they're cutting their losses with the facility. Let's get the kids and get out of here.
Okay.
Okay. If we have to make a sudden escape, am I prioritizing getting them out?
Get the kids out.
I'll make sure everyone else makes it out.
All right.
Are we sabotaging their engine thingy? I can just hit it with the scythe. Just stick that in there. Or push it over. Can I push it over? How big was it?
Are you talking about the okay? Sorry, for some reason I was thinking you were talking about the generator, but you're talking about the actual engine. I mean, yeah, you can sabotage that if you'd like.
Gonna be a technology check.
Yeah.
Just hit it.
Yeah, I would do a check. It's got some stuff in there that you may not want to hit.
Should we perhaps wait until we're leaving?
Oh, yep. Yep, I'm just... Yep.
You know, in case
Sort
it
of.
explodes.
Sort of the sword solution option I had there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. It starts moving to the nearest tank and tries to remember how they function well enough to get the inhabitants out.
So I'm gonna say we're going to these tanks are like slightly okay, so here's now that the power of this facility has come off, a timer has begun. These tanks have an hour of battery life to them. When the battery goes out, because that's not the kind of game that says they're not going to die or anything, but they will start waking up. Okay, so they wake up in an hour, unless you can get more power to them somehow. Also, I'm going to say that the bats themselves are slightly like designed to be moved around, so like maybe they have like you know, like a dolly or wheels to them, or yeah, we'll say, well, no, this is sci-fi. They have little legs. You push and they go, and they kind of like little legs on the bottom, but you have to be pushing them to get that to do. No. Hover grab. They have little grab pads, so kind of like they're still heavy and it takes some time, but they slide across the floor.
The elevator that we came down on, that goes all the way back to the top? Because we came in on like the second or third level or something.
You came in on the second level and then you went down the third level. You haven't seen the first level yet.
Was it like a freight elevator that we could load all of these
yes,
pods into?
It was. Currently it's filled with blood and vomit and I think Vegeta's corpse, unless you've kicked it out. But it stinks in there is what I'm trying to get across. But otherwise, it works pretty well.
Well, they're probably safer in the pods right now, so why don't we just move them to the elevator and just deal with whatever's on the first level waiting for us at this point?
Can you fast travel pods?
I could probably take them from inside the pod. I don't know if I could take the actual apparatus with me.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we break them open. It's going to be shocking, but they'll live.
Let's see if we can hitch them together and start moving them out.
I'm assuming you're taking the youngest ones first when you go.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's just trying to get them, maybe hooking up 2 together so that that's, 4 groups of 2 for us to move.
Also,
I'm saying if Rosh goes to teleport, he's taking the youngest first.
Also, I will say, just as a wrinkle to this, there's no way for you to teleport them. The
contents out of the...
They can't be willing. They're unconscious. They can't be willing.
Gotcha. So no, I can't unless we wake them up. So we're getting out the old-fashioned way.
If that's a risk you want to take.
I've got 1 big spell left that I can just blast whatever's waiting for us on the first floor.
Right. Come on, friend.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me for a second. But it's cool. It's cool. I understand.
So, do you have like friend, like cover up more than just your boots, or?
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could have friend because friend's very strong. Come up to my shoulders and maybe like slurp some of them so we can move more of them at once.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that wasn't. What is the we'll say like whatever that the barbarian feature is, the totem one with the bear that like increases your like pulling and pushing and lifting thing.
Ooh, it doubles it.
Yeah, you can take that as well
Nice.
because that makes sense with friend. As long as friend is alive.
Now, I'm average strength. Like, I'm more of a dexterous person. So, if, like,
I'm very strong.
I'm
So-
at a -2, so.
Yeah.
And now I have tendrils.
So I'm gonna
it's
say
all you, Gwen. You got this.
Let's
So-
go, kids.
this process will take to get from that part of the hallway to the other one. I mean, it doesn't take. I mean, these things are designed to be moved, so it doesn't take forever. But it takes a little bit of Legos to get everyone in, and a little bit of Tetris, and you kind of get organized in the weight capacity of the lift is just below what it needs to be. So no one eat any sandwiches. I'm looking at you, Milo.
We toss Vegeta's corpse out. That lines it.
Yeah, kick him out.
Gwen left.
Camp
If it
counselor
helps, I'll
Gwen over
hover
here.
the
just
whole
like,
time.
Yeah. So
Vincent and I can hover, so we're not actually waiting. We can just travel with the room.
you can hover. Vincent doesn't have room to use his wings in here.
Oh.
oh,
But
they're pretty big.
would be able to hover with enough space, yes, but
Okay.
not in here. So excellent. So you all get into squeeze in. If this were a comedy, I would roll Constitution saves, see if anyone farts while you're in the elevator. If you want to do that, I won't stop you, but I'm also not going to force you to do it because you all are going for a tone here. But just want to open up the floor. Let it if anyone want to do it. Actually, you know what, Vincent, roll me a search.
All right. This will either be. This has the potential to be very bad, but also maybe good.
If you drop us in a pit,
I'll say that the vats do seem pretty sturdy.
Fireballs all of us in TPK.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shawny, I swan to John.
that's pretty high up.
I didn't look at
Okay. This works great for an elevator. 97. You are surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute. So we
Oh
have
my
music.
god. Our lives are a joke. We're a big joke.
Hosanna in the highest.
Everyone a piece of my Toblerone. Once in a while we.
Perfect.
Sure,
That
As I
makes me so
mentioned-
happy.
As I mentioned before, gonna prepare a spell to cast if it looks hostile up there once the doors open.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What are you all preparing to do when the
attack.
doors open? Good plan. Excellent. I'm
I
into
pull
it.
out my sword. I'm ready.
I mean, for your guys' info, I would be doing prismatic spray, which is a 60-foot cone. So you're not gonna want to be caught in that.
I'm full health. I'm good. You
Alright.
can't deal 140 damage, can you?
Depends. A lot of these do 10d6.
I'm just- As soon as we hear the ding of the elevator, I'm casting Sanctuary on myself.
I'll wait.
Okay.
If Vincent's getting ready to cast a spell, I mean, I have my sword, but I'll wait off to the side for him to do the spell and then go.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is, as soon as the gates open, we're gonna cast. We're gonna cast initiative, and I am going to get rid of. Actually, no, I should leave that. Let me pull up some sheets because this is gonna take a second. Apologies. And which one was this? Okay, yeah. Cool. All right. Whew. I'm let's start rolling, baby.
Okay, so
That's good.
So it's going to be each creature in a 60-foot cone must make a dex save. Here, I'll click the spell so that we see. Let me make sure it's going to do the spell card. Yep.
So I know that you have all these like prepared actions, but so just as much as you all are expecting trouble to be at the top, they also see the elevator ticking up. So there will be like no one is going to be surprised. This is just going to be who pulls the trigger faster.
And I just want to clarify the amount of time it took us to get all the pods over there. I'm still poisoned at this point. It hasn't been a full hour yet.
No, it hasn't. Like once the kids start waking up, you'll know that it's been roughly an hour.
Okay.
I just point out the battery lasted the length of a short rest we could have had, but we decided to keep them protected in a little vat. We're heroes.
We're heroes.
Yeah, you're
you could have
heroes.
made life so much easier for myself. Oh no.
If this was Tuesday's game, that would have been a different conversation. But yeah.
Okay, so did I miss it? Did you guys roll initiative and I missed that call?
Yeah.
We haven't said we rolled that.
I haven't heard them
cast
yet.
initiative.
Yeah.
So let's hear 'em.
23.
23. That's pretty
Using
good.
Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on it.
All right.
That's garbage. That's 10.
All right.
15.
Okay.
6.
Buddy.
Rosh, dude.
I'm at disadvantage for it.
How?
Oh, because you're poisoned.
Yeah.
He's the cleric. It's good going last.
Shut up,
All right.
Vern.
Not always the case.
Imagine if he went before you last time, 90 damage, round 1, and he's like, well, I can't heal you.
All right. Hold on. I'm getting a refill. I'll be right back. Who's going first is Milo. Milo. Well, actually, I'll describe the scene so you can think about it. Then I'll go away for 2 seconds. Milo, as you open up the scene, there are hanging from the ceiling 2 rowdy auto turrets. You see, I know. I didn't like that either. You see another pod of grid walkers, which includes 4 standard grid walkers and a Vegeta class. And you also see one other special, a Femjita as well. So so there are all told 6 grid walkers and 2 auto turrets. All right, I am going to get a drink. Be right back.
Ah, yes. Guess my best bet's trying to take out those auto turrets for you guys.
Yeah.
Probs.
They're gonna hit the hardest.
Yeah, plus you guys... No, you don't really have very good deck saves, do you? I know one of you does.
Mine's a plus 13.
Yeah. My food buddy has a good deck saves, but the other 2 just gonna be riddled
like
with
a
bullets.
2. A 2 would be mine.
+1 here.
Oh, okay. So I'll
We
probably...
still have DM inspiration from last game.
There are so many gifs of Vegeta.
What?
What?
What? What did I miss?
Well, we were talking about what to do, and then I started looking up gifs of Vegeta.
Okay, I'm going to, because I was already floating, so I'm already flying because weight capacity and all that. I'm going to fly at one of the turrets and attack it.
All right. Dude.
First attack, natural 20.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
Everybody likes turrets. 10, 14, 19, 20.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say you leap out and dive before you. I'm trying to think. How do you? I guess instead of like jumping up, like what you do, just
if I kill the other one. Because that first attack, I'm picturing like, when like the samurais fight off and then one just dashes through and it's like nothing and then it just
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
That's what
For sure.
happened. I just flew straight out.
And then sparks kind of fly through that slit in the center, and it that one kind of triangle piece slides off and falls to the ground. And it's inoperable.
There's a 26.
As the other turret whirls on you, are you attacking the turret or the other turret?
I'm removing both turrets out of the equation.
All right, excellent. That's a hit as well.
That one is only a 16.
16. It's a hit. It's not as hard as a hit, but we'll see how it goes.
Is it still dead?
I don't know yet.
Does it seem functioning?
The second one or the first one?
Yeah.
The second one is still. I don't know. What was your damage? Oh, you said 16 damage. Sorry. I thought that was a
26
attack
was
roll.
my
My
attack
bad.
roll.
Yes. It is still. It has one cannon that's still functioning on it.
Okay.
Gonna have to
I'll
boink
attack
it
that one again. Dirty 20.
Yep. Hit. And you can't not fail.
Cool.
You can't not fail. You can
Turret's
succeed.
gone, and I will pull out my flintlock and I will shoot Vegeta because it's always fun to say I shoot Vegeta. Oh, that was a natural one. I don't shoot Vegeta. I shoot next to him.
You shoot this laser bolt, and he catches it in his hand like one of the Jedi people, and he eats it as a snack. No, he just he deflects it with a laser sword,
cool.
and it's cool. And it's cool. Excellent. So that is Milo's turn. Actually, it's going to be the Gridwalker's turn. Oh gosh, there's so many things to move here. First of all, you notice these Gridwalkers are different. Having prepared for your advance, you see there are these they look like enormous syringes, basically wrist-mounted syringes that are like coursing some sort of liquid into all of them. And you are facing roided out Gridwalkers as they race towards you. 3 of them are going to go towards you, Milo. Another one is going to kind of race the front line. Let's see. The 3 of you, no, actually, I'll just have Gwen do it. Gwen, roll me a D3. You're 1, Rosh is 2, and Vincent's 3.
2.
All right, it's gonna go for Rosh.
Okay, they have to make a wisdom saving throw to attack me.
All right, that's good. That's helpful. Okay, so how many attacks do they get? 2 attacks. All right, so 6 attacks coming your way. Milo.
Let's see if I can dance through it all. Probably not.
I believe in you.
He goes to dance, the next thing he's just being beat on the ground. Like, I regret my decision.
Well, there's a lot of turd rolls in here. Waiting for them to load in. They're going slow. What's your AC?
Dead?
Most of them miss, I think.
My AC is 18.
18.
But it can always be one higher than the highest number you
Only
rolled
two. Only 2 hit. Only 2 hit. At this moment. And let me see what this does. Sorry. I didn't necessarily know that this thing was going to happen. Actually, they all get an extra attack. So here comes 3 more.
Oh, so it's 9 attacks.
But those miss. They're rolling turds against you. Only 2 hit. Out of 9 attacks, only 2 hits. But you take a total of 15 slashing and 17 lightning damage.
Good thing only 2 of those hit.
All right, so that's the Gridwalker's turn, but now we got to get Vegeta to go. Vegeta is going to race towards. Can I get another D3? Actually, no. This will be.
You still have to resolve the one who was going to attack Rosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you.
Has
All
to
right.
make a wisdom save. DC
All right.
18.
So the first one is gonna miss, and the second one will miss. Oh, I'm not supposed to do a wisdom saving throw. You're right. But he misses.
If they
anyway.
miss, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he rolled. So he failed and he missed. Why are they rolling so badly? I thought their bonuses. Well, actually rolling with that solar earlier, like it's plus 15 to their attack. So I'm like, I need to readjust my expectations.
We're having a hero moment right now.
I know it's really good. It's really good. All right, so let me move these things around. And so I'm trying to keep track of everything. So Milo, you've got 3 on you. Rosh, you got 1 on you. The Vegeta is gonna jump on you too. Rosh is gonna follow up its subordinate and
Okay.
gonna try to attack you.
It also has to make the save.
All
Or
right.
redirect its attack.
It also rolls turds. So it's gonna only 1 hit. Your AC is 19, right?
If it fails the save, then it has to attack somebody else.
Oh,
Because I cast Sanctuary.
interesting. Okay, so it's gonna attack. Gwen, roll me a D2. You're 1. Vincent's 2.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a 2.
Got a 17 and a 20 against you, Vincent. What's your AC?
It's 16.
You thinking about bending luck?
I'm going to bend luck the first one because I can only do it once.
Okay.
But that's a 4, so the first one misses.
Nice. So you take a total of 13 slashing and 8 lightning.
That's 21.
And
I have a nice amount of health left.
cool. And
Nice.
now we've got
Inspiration.
Vegeta. What is she gonna do? Gosh. There's a lot of things she can do. All right, she's going to whip up a spell and send that towards the cluster of you in the elevator.
Ready to use my reaction. I can't counterspell it.
Whoops. Not whoops. But
She's not within melee. I assume she's back.
yeah, she's back.
Oh wait.
So she sends a fireball into the elevator. I need you all to do a dexterity saving throw. Those of you in the elevator, the 3 of you.
Okay. I'm going to use my DM inspiration from last time to give myself advantage.
Nice.
I rolled a 22.
Save.
16.
Save.
I'm not disadvantaged
Does
for this.
Vegeta and the other
13.
dude also need to?
That's a great. Yes, I'll roll for them. Sorry, what did you say, Rosh?
Dex save.
Yes,
13.
13. Failed. So, but you're resistant to fire. So this one, you're all going to take 16 damage, 16 fire damage. That's halved of what it was. So I'm also gonna have them roll. So because they are definitely within range. Vegeta fails. And the Gridwalker natural ones. Actually, I think I'm gonna say that is. There's this one game I heard that I was listening to that on like they took into account like natural 20s and natural 1s for saves, and like saving on a 20 was like really good and failing was really bad. I'm gonna have them take double damage on that fireball. So that one Gridwalker is fried. He takes 64 points of fire damage. Vegeta is hurt but still up though.
Vegeta just attacked one of my friends in melee, right?
Yep, and you are Sentinel, so you may do something about that.
Yeah. That's a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah. That's 17 slashing damage.
Yeah, ouchie, ouchie, wouchie. You hurt him real bad.
Yay.
The fireball and that hurt real bad. So that's all of them. So that's gonna bring us to Gwen. It's your turn now.
Oh, great. Can I kill Vegeta?
Yeah, you sure can.
Excellent. I'm gonna
I'll just tell you,
attack him.
his AC's 18.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 19 plus on the first one.
Yep.
And the second one is a 27.
Yep.
Total to hit. So that's gonna be 22, 32. That's 39 slashing damage.
Do you still have your right going?
Ooh. I meant to look and see how long that lasts.
It's been about half an hour. So the last.
It's just. No, it's as long as I'm holding the weapon.
Oh yeah, and
Love that.
Cannon, you have not let go of it.
I
So
did say that. So 6 more fire damage.
that's just enough to kill him.
To that guy.
Yep, just enough. So Vegeta, you can. How do you want? If you want to describe it in a very cool way, feel free.
Oh, she's so sick of Vegetas at this point. No, I think she's. I think it's like the most casual. Like I
Just
think
bored.
it's 2 attacks. So I think she just like slashes him across the back, flips the sword, just like slits his throat, and then just like walks out of the elevator
Very
to go
cool.
hit something else.
And just like a tendril of like mist is drawn into the blade as well as you make your way out. I'm gonna do Constitution saving throws for the remaining Gridwalkers. One of them shits their pants, but you don't know it yet. Very cool. All right, Vegeta's dead. There are 3 Gridwalkers surrounding Milo and the Femgeta in the back. Sorry. And that brings us to Ben.
Yep. So I don't think I can avoid hitting Milo in this, but I'm still gonna hit them all with prismatic spray.
Nice.
So dexterity saving throws, please.
Yes, sir.
And then, so that's, you said there are 3 Gridwalkers, Femgeta, and then is one of the turrets still up, or did Milo get both?
Oh, the turrets are both down.
Okay, so that is 4 targets.
They're rolling turds.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to rolling 5d8 to determine what they get hit by. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Milo is about to take. Well, you're going to need to make the dex save 2. You'll take 10d6 lightning damage on a failed save, half as much on a success.
10d6.
Is your saving throw lower than double digits?
No.
Well, I failed.
My DC is 18.
Yeah.
So you
I was hoping
take,
I was in the single digit range and I stood a
41.
chance. But
you take 41 lightning, and then I rolled 2 4s and 2 5s. So the 4s are going to be poison damage, and the 5s are cold damage.
Okay. So what does that? Oh, sorry. What does that mean?
So 2 of them are going to take 10d6 cold damage.
Okay.
Each 2 of them are going to take 10d6 poison damage. Each.
Gotcha. So this this spiraling wild blast smacks in, like doing many different effects with like sickening poison, ice shards, and crackling lightning that spills out over everybody. The Gridwalkers are still standing, but barely. Barely.
this is the best 6 seconds of combat ever.
Wait, so did it take 41 and 26 and 38?
No,
Or
so
those 3 different
Milo
rays?
takes the 41. The 2 that took the poison take 26 each. The 2 that take
Oh.
the cold take 38 each.
Okay, so there's 3. So I'm gonna. So one's gone. I'd say one took two different damage types.
And I will remind you that I cast a spell and Tides of Chaos is triggered.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, let's do it.
All right, let's see. Okay, that is 42.
I didn't pull up the table. I need to do that.
Which gives us, well, oh, that could be an issue. You begin sneezing uncontrollably. No spells can be cast until the fit passes, which is 1d6 rounds.
That's you or all of us?
For me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him sneezing affects me casting spells, but
And I rolled a 5, so I can't cast spells for 5 rounds, y'all.
oh god.
Yeah.
That's why you use the sword.
Swords don't make you sneeze.
Swords don't make you sneeze.
Apparently, y'all have never heard of the fabled pepper sword.
That's what I've been hunting for my whole 500 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, been trying to get it, but it's a real grind.
with my movement, I will just fly straight into the face of Vyncent, get within melee so she can't cast any more ranged
Okay.
spells.
All right, cool.
And I
that's
sneeze
gonna
on her face.
cool. That's gonna bring you by one of the grid walkers. Pushing past it, they're gonna take a real feeble swipe out at you. I doubt they'll hit. Why do I keep closing their sheet though? That's foolish. 19 though. Yeah, that's nice. So take an additional 8 slashing and 10 lightning.
Just debating if I want to bend luck, but no, probably can't. I'd need the 4. Okay, so that was 19 damage total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Excellent. So that's going to bring us to Rosh. Rosh, we gotta up your dex and not have you poisoned.
Yeah, that's doing most of it right now. No. Okay, so how many grid walkers are left at this point?
Two
Turrets are down.
Two normie grids and one Vegeta.
Okay. And everybody's all up in there, so if I fireball, it's gonna get everyone.
Everyone. Yep. Just everyone.
As long as you don't deal 67 damage, I don't care.
I don't think I could get 67 with this. I probably could
do
kill Vincent
34.
though. Yeah, because I was gonna cast it at 5th level.
You can revive him. It's remember Ivelios. Just kill him and revive. So it's
No, I'm gonna.
I love your style though, Rosh.
What?
Just a new Rosh of like, hey, let me sort him out.
Sort him out. Yeah. I can bring him back. It's fine. No, I'm gonna do a 5th level because fuck it, Scorching Ray, and we're gonna try this again, and hopefully I can hit someone.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6 blasts, and I'm going to just crank those out. So I'm gonna start with one of the small ones,
Mm-hmm. And just kind of work your way around the clock.
work my way as they die.
Yep.
If they die.
Yep.
So, God, 14,
Miss.
27.
Hit. Go ahead.
20.
Well, yeah, just keep going. Yep.
Okay, so I'll do the damage for the first one. 6,
Still up.
8.
Dead.
Okay. So first 3, 20,
Hit.
4, 5,
Still up.
14,
Miss.
26 for 9.
Dead.
Okay.
So only Vegeta left.
All right. So blast those two, and I forgot about this last time, but because I cast a fire spell, I am then wreathed in flames until the end of my next turn. So if something hits me, then they take some damage.
Nice.
And bonus action to give Gwen advantage again on our next attack, and I also step out of the elevator.
Very cool. That's gonna bring us to Milo. Vegeta is unscathed so far, but is
Would've
also
taken the prismatic spray damage, so not unscathed.
Wait, she wasn't in that cluster that you aimed at around
It's a
Milo.
60-foot cone.
JK. All right, I did not know that. So let me go back up. We'll say she took the cold damage. So she's scathed. You scathed her.
Aha. Now I get to kill another Vegeta type. It's gonna be fun. First attack. That's a 13 hit. I rolled a 2.
Negative.
Second attack. Okay, 27.
Yep.
Third attack, natural 1. That dice is being burnt and disintegrated. So the sword damage is 17 slashing.
Ouch.
And then I'll go to shoot her, which is a natural 20.
Shoot her!
I think I like with the slashing, I just go like the pistol right up against her head so I can't miss to make sure it's not, or just against her shoulder somewhere, just to make sure I can't miss. And that is, oh geez, that is good damage so far.
Okay.
And then the second one wasn't good. A 24 radiant.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your turn? Oh, sorry, Cooper. I just dropped these lines.
Yep, that's my turn.
Spooked. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry. Yeah. So that's gonna do it for her. She's like, yeah. You know what? No. And so she hits something on her armor. There's a electric energy that kind of crackles over her, and she disappears from view in a pop of energy. The lights kind of flicker, and she is gone.
I killed her so hard, she just disappeared.
All right, let's get the bats out of here.
Oh, are you sick as well?
And just
Stay
for
away.
30 seconds, Vin is just sneezing constantly. And then it goes away.
After the first couple of sneezes, I'd stop saying bless you because now you're just pushing your luck.
Start wheeling the pods out.
Gonna try and find, the controls to open the big doors.
All right. You do find them.
Can we communicate for my best friend to fly the ship closer so we don't have to push it through all the cold?
You may. Let's hear it.
I was asking the tech-savvy people.
That's not me.
And I'm looking at Vincent and be like, can we? Is that a thing we can do? Should we?
We should try. Would the Arcturus be within 120 feet of where we of this entrance at this point?
Nah, no, that's no. I mean, you're not that far away, but like 120 feet is a little bit too narrow.
Okay, so it's out of range of message.
Yeah.
Do you want to use my speeder? Get there? Chill.
It's not that far away. It's like maybe like within like 1 to 200 meters. Like once you're on the surface from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't need a speeder. Oh yeah, for moving the actual fats. I misunderstood where you're headed with that. Yeah, it won't hurt. And they're probably also, this is like a facility where people move stuff around all the time. You might be able to find like a fairly wide dolly or like lift that can move things.
We just tie a rope amongst all of them and attach it to the speeder if they're hovering, or we just...
Real quickly, Vyncent, as you're up here, you recognize this hallway. You remember running, the glassmaker leading you by the hand, the blaring of sirens, plexiglass doorways locking behind you. On the other side, the white coats silently shouting at each other, red-faced looking at you. typing something into the wall terminals. On the other side of the glass, behind the white coats, you think you see Nova, and she smiles and waves at you. As the glassmaker pulls you ahead, we've got to go. No.
So if we can, gonna try and radio Drew to bring the ship closer. If that gets no response, I'll just fly over there.
Oh yeah, what can I do for you, good buddy?
We got the doors to the main bay open. We're gonna need you to bring the ship around. We got some precious cargo that we're not gonna want to move across the snow and ice.
Understood. I'll have help. Help.
10-4.
Give us 3. We'll be there.
Is there, as you all are kind of like preparing to move all these pods into the ship, is there anything else anyone wanted to do in this facility before you leave it behind?
Would try and look for one of those wall terminals I remember existing and see if there's any last minute stuff I can pull out of it.
Sure. Give me an Arcana instead of Wisdom Arcana.
And I am going to go ahead and Tides of Chaos this to give myself advantage. Because I'm assuming we're not going to be able to come back to this place. That is going to be 24.
Very good. Yeah, you're able to pull out a pretty sizable data dump from this. I won't necessarily go through it all right now, but we'll deal with it over time. But you can add to your inventory data dump from the kitchen. And we'll talk about that probably over the next 2 weeks, what that's like. Also, I'm going to have you roll your surge immediately while y'all are loading everything into the Arcturus.
This always confuses me a little bit. So I've got 90 on the 10s and 0 on the 1. So that is just a 90, right?
Yes.
So that is... Ow! Ow!
All of the vats in the elevator clunk down as a 10 by 10 by 20 pit appears.
It does say immediately in front of me, so unless...
Yeah, I know,
right
I know, but I have to do it this way.
Turn to look back towards him and be like, hey, what's going on?
Get on the ship.
So it takes a little longer than normal.
Vincent, get on the ship. Go to your room. You're done.
Why would you do that to us? Like,
You're done for the day. Just go.
How you've rolled this thing maybe like 15 times
now.
You've hit 90 3 times.
Yeah.
3 bids.
Okay.
Are we sure this is only in this table once?
It is only in the table once. It is only in the table once.
Go to your room. You have a friend to help me start pulling him out of the pit.
Yes. Also, help comes out as well. Help is
yeah.
also really good at lifting and carrying things. You all quickly like shift everything into the Arcturus. Over the next half hour, you get onto the ship and set off from the planet surface and make your way back into Wildspace. I'm going to bring you back to this thing, even though that's not where you are, just for the idea of space. We're going to get rid of these sounds. We're going to get this sound. We're going to get rid of that. And, oh, do space. Yeah. And we're going to do this. So, do you all reattach the bats to a new power system and keep, okay. All right, cool. So, you have 8 pods. The occupants of which are still unconscious. You also have a data dump from the kitchen where Vin can learn a little bit more about what happened there. You also have did you go back for the engine as well, or parts, engine parts, or?
Yeah, we would have gotten those. If we were taking the time to load them up onto the elevator, we would have taken the time to also go and attack the engine.
Okay, cool. So you also have this experimental engine that is doesn't seem to be like, you have the schematic, so you know what it's supposed to look like. Not all the pieces are there, but you have almost the whole working model there. If Vin, if you had the spell slot for it, I'd really like the idea of you animating the thing so it walked up into the ship with you.
Yeah, I can.
Like Hal's moving castle wise, like just like kind of like trundles up.
Yeah, depending on when we would have used that, because it only lasts a minute. So maybe if we were able to get it onto the lift without using the spell.
Oh gosh. All right. So we also got a loot drop. Let me find a roll table. Kitty Sparkle, you're always fucking up my shit. We'll do it in the best way. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to find a good thing. Thank you for that. I'm going to 5e tool. We're gonna do, if it's a bag of anything, we're not doing it. Like if it's a bag of tricks, fuck that shit. It's not. I'm throwing it out. But we'll do challenge rating. What were you doing? We'll do 11 to 16. Loot table, individual table. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Roll. Okay. Vyncent, roll me a D100 to see what you throw up.
Doing it in Roll20 chat. 68.
Okay. Interesting. What is this? Wait, this is fake items. These aren't real things. I'm on the wrong sheet. Here's what was. Oh shit! What is this shit? Sorry, I'm cussing a lot, but it's okay. All right. So what you have, I already regret this 100%. I'm gonna regret this. But I'm gonna just do it. Vyncent, you throw up a manual of iron golems. So this tome contains information and contains necessary to make a particular type of golem. You must be a spellcaster of you're fine. To create an iron golem, you must spend 120 days working without interruption with a manual hand and resting no more than 8 hours per day. You must also pay 100,000 in gold per supply. Okay, this is. Once you finish creating the golem, the book is consumed. Anyway, you get a iron golem though, which is pretty great. I think there are probably ways to do this in this campaign.
Probably either going back to Gwen's stronghold, having someone there do it.
Yeah.
What was that gold value? That it required?
100,000.
100,000. How
Yeah.
much gold do you have though?
Not nearly that
Yeah.
amount. I
But
think
also,
we've got-
I
I
will
have
say
like
that
2
you also
grand.
you have things that are valuable though.
Mm-hmm.
You did just
We have 8
steal
pods.
something wildly valuable. Depending if you want to keep it for yourself or use it.
They're
You,
children, Ryan.
I also have a lot of people at my disposal now.
Oh boy.
This could work.
I mean, plus it's fiction. We can just say we sit here for 120 days.
As the end
what's
of
the worst
the
that can happen?
universe rolls around.
What's the worst thing? Also, G Master, I know you redeemed an NPC name, and they're there. Just the party hasn't seen him yet. I will make sure it comes eventually. So, patience.
Vince could just start puking out. NPCs.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna. All right. Well, my idea of what I was gonna do. Never mind. Whatever golem that they create, that's Chrome Ned. There you go. Chrome Ned is the golem that they create. Done. So 2 birds, 1 iron golem.
So Chrome Ned or Chrome Net?
Ned.
Just gonna leave a note that for some reason the manual says it must be named Chrome Ned or it won't work.
I had a whole character and a whole backstory to explain Chrome Ned. Yeah. Man, this is better. This is much better. And I am we can maybe even do rolls to accelerate the process of creating it. We don't have to like follow the book 100%, because I kind of like the idea of you having one more Tinky Boy up front, you know. Anyway, on that note, you have several minutes to talk about things. What do you want to do?
Well, me and Milo go have a snack probably before we do anything else.
Get my hot chocolate.
I'm very hungry.
I think Vincent is just sitting in the cargo bay, looking at the vats, like going up to each one and kind of looking over the inhabitant. Also, idly flipping through this book that he just threw up.
Yeah. Also, yeah, no, yeah. It is odd looking at them all because it, you know, they're very similar to you. They all have their slight differences. It's like, is it fraternal twins? Is that not necessarily identical? You all like
would be fraternal.
Yeah, you all are very similar, but there are slight variations, and I don't know. You're just kind of probably a very weird moment for you. You like kind of putting some things together. You realize that like the memory that Father Ramon unlocked for you on the ship of the guild, the Glassmakers Guild. You remember feeling guilt as like kind of the ship was like sliced into pieces from the golden wings. But maybe you thought it was your wild magic earlier that caused that. But now it seems a little bit more obvious that it was Azrael pursuing you who destroyed the ship. And in a way you were involved, but no. Wasn't exactly your fault. Not exactly. And there's a lot of stuff that you learned from the dump that I'll go over probably next session. But for right now, you're just sitting with the bats. And Gwen sneaks on the ship. No one talking about her sword.
I'll bring Vincent
that
a snack
conversation
too.
was brought up during food eating.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You said talking, not here. We're not here. Someone else that likes swords and food. This is our bonding session. Okay. Why does your sword have smoke? Was it smoke? I can't remember. There was something. Vapor. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Why does your sword do that? Mine doesn't.
Well, it's called the Phantom Blade, so...
Mine's called Susie. But... doesn't explain why mine doesn't have a...
I don't exactly know.
We can test it out.
I think it probably has something to do with all of this, and she points to her weird eye. And, making deals for power and all of that, but I don't really have time to ask a lot of questions.
Just take a bite out of his sandwich and just nod. If you want to test anything out, like... We have Space Jesus. He can revive people. We're good.
I'd rather not go through that again, if that's alright with you.
Okay.
But I appreciate the offer. So, your sword's named Susie.
I just came up with it then to try and fit in. Doesn't really have a name, it's a sword.
I thought so. Well, maybe you'll find one for it. Or maybe you'll find a better sword.
Whoa. Cool. But also sad at the same time. But cool. 2 swords.
Yeah?
Do pits happen often? Like, do I need to not be in front of Vyncent?
I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't stand
Like, if he
immediately
looks
in front
my
of him.
way, do I just be like, turn my little boots on so if a pit appears, I'm like, okay, I see.
Yes. It's happened 3 times now.
What happens if it happens on the ship? Does it just breach the hull, or does the ship just gain a pit?
No, it just sort of... A pit just appears. It, extends. That has happened.
Does it last forever?
No, it's not permanent, but it is very inconvenient.
Extra storage space for a little while?
I wonder what happens if you leave something in there.
I imagine the ground just went down and then it would just go back up.
Just pop back up.
Yeah, that's how I imagine it, but I don't really know magic.
I only know a bit. Nothing to do with pits.
Just the teleport thing.
Useful. Say that. Yeah, I wouldn't stand right in front of him.
Okay.
In general, he's a bit unpredictable.
Cool. Start the second half of my sandwich.
So I'm going to probably go take him some food. Yeah. Good
I
talk.
should probably rest because I'm feeling pretty weak after being hit by lightning. After that was a fireball and lightning, and I was...
Like I said, don't stand right in front of them. Get some rest. Good talk.
awkward. And we both walk off in the same direction.
That's so awkward.
And Kitty's like,
Oh boy.
Two people who don't know how to talk to other people. So we're
Rosh.
basically best friends now, I think.
Yeah. Like that conversation went for a while. I'm pretty certain we're best friends.
Rosh, do you do anything?
No, taking care of these fuckers is exhausting. So just goes and lies down in their solarium.
Okay, so there is 12 minutes left. Does anyone want to have a scene or a character chat? Okay, we got one hand. Do I see two? Do I see two hands? No.
I mean, it might depend on what this scene is.
Okay.
We'll see how much time there is.
All right, Gwen, go for it.
I'm gonna take Vincent a snack.
What's Vincent's snack? Or is Gwen aware of what Vincent's snack is of choice?
What do you like to eat? I feel like we eat together literally all the time.
Yeah. Oh. Let's just say it's like a
Is it pretzels?
7-layer thing of nachos.
Oh, that's why it stinks all the time. Are you sure that was wild magic? That 7 bean dip.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Cool.
Are you still in there with the kids?
Yep. But now also a book that you haven't seen before.
Oh geez, not again.
This one
Why is
doesn't
it
have
always a book?
tentacles.
That you know of.
Yeah.
You should eat.
Oh, yeah, you're right though. Thank you. How's everyone doing?
Fine. Milo's eaten. Rosh has gone off to bed. Drew's Drew. And help is help, so here we are.
And I noticed you left yourself out of that. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Sorry about the whole poisoning thing.
It's alright. We're used to it, and I'd much rather it happen to me than someone else.
Yeah. And if it does have to happen, you are kind of the best one for it to happen to, which it's shitty that we have to have that kind of mentality about it, but
It is what it is. We cope. We always do.
hey, Milo got to see the pit.
If only you had dropped him in it, we would have had the full experience.
Yeah, so he's got those boots. It wouldn't have inconvenienced him too much. But, yeah. I made this book. Hasn't tried to eat me yet.
Does it have tentacles?
I don't think so. Seems to be about golems.
Oh.
Haven't read through the whole thing, but tells us how to make an iron golem for us. Gonna take a lot of materials and a lot of time, but it'd be pretty nifty to have around.
Yeah, I imagine so. Large
Might be-
creatures.
Yeah, might be something to tap some of your sisters about, get their help in, putting in the legwork for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we kind of talked about it, but I do want to get these kids somewhere safe, and I think it would be protected at your place. I'm wondering if maybe Mandir might be a better option for them. I mean, especially for the boys in the vats. I don't know. Has your order decided to take on guys yet, or is that still?
We're discussing.
But
Mandir is known to take in orphans, and I imagine they'd be happy there once they're acclimated.
yeah, and still got to get there and let them know, Rosh is alive. You did send them a message, right? Or are we just going to show up on their doorstep and be surprised?
I don't know.
That's probably something we should figure out ahead of time, but no, I do, once the kids are old enough, maybe ask them if they want to join your order, but at least for now, Father Ramon helped me with my memory thing. I mean, Ocelot did something to him. There's going to be some kind of conditioning on him, and Father Ramon helped me with my stuff. You might be able to help them with it too.
I'm only concerned about their safety.
I appreciate that.
How are you?
Well, scrapes and bruises. Having a book come out of your throat is not the most pleasant of experiences, but I am.
It was paperback.
I am disappointed we couldn't find Tail Team 6. Bolster's not going to be. I mean, he'll understand, but it's a shame we couldn't find him. And I am. I'm gonna have to spend some time trying to think about it, but I still cannot figure out who that voice on the intercom was, and who they were, what they were to me. I can't imagine it was any kind of actual affectionate relationship, but
Well, it doesn't mean you don't want to know.
yeah.
And as unfortunate as it is, the tail team knew what they were getting into.
And, maybe we can go back and check things out once we get the kids safe, but I imagine everything's gonna be gone by the time we get back there. Maybe we can maybe have someone from your order fly out to check it, or is that not something we should be asking of them?
I might be able to spare a few. Monsters don't always look like monsters.
I don't know. Would that put your organization in a tricky position with Ocelot, or but if this is kind of under the table base of theirs, they might not be able to be like, oh, the Sisterhood attacked us, they're evil.
We've always been purposefully unaffiliated, but I don't know, now more than ever it doesn't really seem like a time to be sitting out.
If Ocelot is doing research into kind of gesturing at the engine, trying to get into this lattice work, I mean, it could just be them doing science for science's sake, or if it could be someone who knows and is trying to bring back these beings.
Well, regardless, what we know right now is that they're doing it on people.
I hope this was the only place that did this sort of thing, but there's no way to know, and I can't let myself think too much about it, or I'll never catch a good night of sleep again. Gotta focus on what we did and what we can do.
Sound like me. Well, they're safe. For now. We'll figure out how to get them out. Acclimate them as best we can. Rosh's people will help. You did a lot for them, Gave them a life.
Yeah. Guess maybe I now have 8 new younger siblings. That's quite the growth in family.
Lucky you.
I'm gonna be moving my stuff into the cargo bay. Think I'm gonna sleep in here until we get to Chamachamandir.
You know where we are. Don't let them out without us.
Keep the magic to a minimum so it doesn't happen on accident.
No more pits, please. At least not today. Very tired.
Yeah.
Alright. Get some rest.
You too.
And as the two of you part, the stars outside the windows bead together into strands as the ship increases its speed, heading back towards the nearest ARC station, I guess. And as you do, then as you're in the cargo bay, sitting with the bats, the lights flicker slowly as your ship gathers speed. On the way to Chamachamandir, it seems. Hello, Raiders. We're about to end, but we'd be happy to say hello and hang out for a little bit. Yeah, we have 1 minute, so we'll get in all our game time right here. Everyone roll for initiative, because Raiders. Anyway, thank you all so much for popping in. Well, I don't know what to say now. I don't want to do what I did last time. Huh?
You said the lights were flickering. Was there anything else that was gonna happen, or?
No, not that you know.
All right.
No. So that's our session, and we are very happy you stopped by. I'll recap real quick if the players don't mind. Or does anyone want to recap what happened? It's usually better from the player's perspective.
We were invading a secret facility where my character was probably grown in a vat. Fought big giant boogeyman that had been security force used to torment the children that were kept in the facility.
Also very heavily inspired by Bioshock Infinity's little hawk thing.
Yeah. We got the kids out in these basically Bacta tanks. They're maybe not quite clones of my character. Fought some more dudes from this secret branch of the Interstellar Corporation. Got them on the ship. Figured out where we're going to take them. Back to Space Jesus' home. And that's about where we left off.
And then we ate some nachos.
Yeah.
There was nachos. So, so that's what happened tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks with this game. But if you're looking for more amazing streamed role-playing content, we're going to be back here in less than 24 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Friday, for Neon Souls. It's a cyberpunk game in the Sprawl system run by Sean. Savannah is also in the game, as well as 3 other incredible players. So be sure to stop by and see some wonderful things there. Join our Discord if you want to hang out and chat about things. And make sure you follow our channel here on Twitch. And if you're seeing us on YouTube, we love you too. So make sure to follow there too, and like and leave nice comments about us and or anything. You can leave a nice comment about anybody. I don't care. You can talk about good things. And does anyone have anything else that they want to bring up? Any personal streams or games or anything?
I'll plug a couple of things that I do that aren't here. On Friday afternoons, after this, but before Neon Souls, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay. I'm running Apocalypse World over there in a game called Diesel Punks. So if you like things that are inspired by Bioshock or other Diesel Punk games, come hang out with us, because that's what we're doing there Friday afternoons. And then on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm on twitch.tv/Kobold Press. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons again, but we are specifically sort of spotlighting the new Kobold Press Dungeons and Dragons supplement, Deep Magics. The show's called A Lesson in Deep Magics. There's a ton of spells, there's a ton of new subclasses, we're all playing them, so that's Monday nights. Come hang out with me, it's very fun. Also, buy this dang book. There's 700 spells in it.
Wow. Is there a Roll20 implementation for that yet?
There is, yeah. You can get the PDF. You can buy the actual book from them. You can get the PDF on DriveThruRPG, and then through the Roll20 marketplace, you can also get it in there, so you can just drag and drop all that nonsense right into your sheet. Don't even have to read it.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. We like that. Anything else from anyone? All right. Well, with that, I will say thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the tremendous raid. Hopefully, some of you, we see you all tomorrow or at any of the number of games that we have going on during the week. And stick around, and whenever you're not watching, where did you come from? I forgot. Natchester. Whenever you're not watching Natchester, hang out with us. So tonight, that's it. I'm Ryan. This is the beautiful cast of characters, and we'll be back very soon. So for now, we'll say good game and good night, Internet.